Hi, I'm Wendy Gonzalez. I'm a death doula and death educator, and this is the Deaducation Project podcast. This podcast isn't about being morbid, it's about being human. It's about being prepared. Because whether we like it or not, every single one of us is going to experience death, our own, someone we love, or both. And most people are completely unprepared for what that actually looks like, emotionally, practically, physically, and relationally. I started this work after experiencing death and caregiving firsthand and realizing how many people are thrown into these moments without guidance or support. As a death doula, I sit with people in some of the hardest moments of their lives. I've seen beautiful deaths. I've seen complicated deaths. I've seen families come together, and I've seen old wounds explode at the bedside. I've seen people terrified to talk about dying while actively dying. And one thing I know for sure is this: talking about death does not cause death, but avoiding the conversation can absolutely create more confusion, conflict, and regret. So that's what this podcast is for. We're going to talk about the practical stuff like advance directives, caregiving, hospice, and what happens to the body at the end of life. But we're also going to talk about the emotional and uncomfortable stuff: family dynamics, fear, anticipatory grief, regret, anger, relief. The things people think but are afraid to say out loud. Nothing is too morbid to talk about in my book. If you're listening because you're caring for someone, grieving someone, scared of death, curious about death, or just trying to be more prepared for life's hardest moments, you're in the right place. And for this first episode, I want to start with something simple. Why are we so uncomfortable talking about death in the first place? Most of us were taught, directly or indirectly, that death is something to avoid. Don't upset people. Don't bring it up. Definitely don't ask questions. Don't say the scary thing out loud. But here's the problem. When nobody talks about death, people don't know what normal dying looks like. They don't know what hospice is. They don't know how to advocate for themselves. They don't know how to make plans. And they don't know how to support one another. So when death finally shows up, people are emotionally and practically underwater. And I don't think it has to be that way. I think honest conversations can reduce fear. I think preparation is an act of love. And I think acknowledging mortality can actually make us more connected to life. Thanks for listening. This is a Deaducation Project. I'll see you next time.